A day in the life of Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of social media giant Facebook, has a lot of things to do. We all know this 36-year-old Tricenarian runs Facebook, the social media giant with a market value of $855 billion. It is not quite surprising that the tech CEO has a lot to do throughout the day. However, still Zuckerberg makes the time to exercise, travel extensively and spend quality time with his family. Let's take a look at the day in the life of Mark Zuckerberg. Welcome back to our channel. If you have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell icon and get notified every time we upload a new video. Facebook co-founder, CEO Mark Zuckerberg either has a zero work-life balance or he's actually pretty smart at it. Usually, he wakes up at 8 a.m. Then he checks Facebook, Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp immediately on his phone. He told Jerry Seinfeld in a Facebook Live Q&A and out of the West.
Oh, I don't no, the first thing I do is look at my phone.
Oh, you look at the phone first.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
I do that too. And what do you want to know? I usually want to know, did the Mets win or not? That's what I want to know. First,
No, that's
open my
not
eyes.
my thing. I'm not that.
I know. I'm
although
asking what you do.
I look at Facebook.
Right.
To see what's going on in the world.
Right, right.
And I check my messages. I look at Messenger and WhatsApp.
Once he's gotten his morning updates, it is time to work out. Zuckerberg commonly exercises about 3 times a week. Sometimes he brings his dog Beast along. The tech CEO says running with his pet has the added bonus of being hilarious, because it's basically like seeing a mob run. Beast is a Hungarian sheepdog with quite an impressive coat. After doing his little exercise, he's not that quite choosy about his breakfast. Generally, he just digs in whatever he thinks good for that day. He doesn't like to waste time on small decisions. That's the reason behind why he wears the damn same thing almost every day. It is really absurd about any of the world leading entrepreneurs, movers or shakers, and they likely have a few things in common. They get up early, they stay focused, and they wear the same damn thing every day. A grey t-shirt, blue jeans and a pair of sneakers, the everyday uniform for Zuckerberg. In 2014, at a conference when he asked about his wardrobe, he told the audience, "I really want to clear my life to make it so that I have to make as few decisions as possible about anything except how to best serve this community." When you review how many times you have stood in front of your closet scratching your head and incapable to make a decision about the thought of a go-to outfit might sound more attractive and make space for more achievements in your life, or even a less of a mess in your bedroom. Even his home is tricked out with a custom-made artificially intelligent assistant. Zuckerberg spent 50 to 60 hours a week at Facebook, but he thinks about the social media platform continually. "I spend most of my time thinking about how to connect the world and serve our community better. But a lot of time isn't spent in our office or meeting with people or doing what you would call real work," he told to CNN. The Verge reported in 2017 that Zuckerberg has summoned a team of 12 people to help managing eliminate improper comments and post updates on his social media platform and Facebook page. When Zuckerberg is not working, most of the time he is spent exploring new things, like he is learning Mandarin Chinese.
今年能和 Max 一起庆祝新年，我和 Priscilla.
He is also an extensive book reader. In 2015, he challenged himself to read a new book every 2 weeks. As Zuckerberg frequently travels, his daily schedule depends on his whereabouts, including world leaders like Pope Francis, former US President Barack Obama, and celebrities like his personal friend Vin Diesel. He's got all the big names in his meeting chart. Zuckerberg started several trips around the US in 2017, which prompted some speculation that he's searching a future career in politics. Along with all these hefty travels and working, Zuckerberg also spends time with his wife Dr. Priscilla Chan and his daughters Max and August. In December 2015, when his daughter Max born, Zuckerberg took 2 months of parental leave from Facebook. In March 2017, the couple announced they were expecting another daughter, who is now 3 years old. Every night before going to bed, the Facebook CEO tucks Max in with a traditional Jewish prayer, the My Shiva. Now, the parents of 2 daughters, Maxima and August, with his wife Priscilla Chan, Zuckerberg is swapped out late-night hacking binges for sleep routines with his children. At Harvard University, while Zuckerberg gave a commencement speech, he speculated about a bedtime ritual he had with his daughter Max. We always do a prayer, My Shiva. When I face big challenges, then I rewind this prayer and sing it to my daughter. After the prayer, I simply tuck her, say good night, and it goes made the source of strength who has blessed the ones before us. Help us find the courageous to make our lives a blessing. In 2015, Facebook Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg was interviewed by Quora. During a Q&A session, she added Zuckerberg's disbelief that she would be asleep by 9:30 p.m. When I joined Facebook, there were only 550 employees. One night, as Mark and I were considering working together, I called Mark at 9 p.m. He said he was at dinner and asked if I could call later. So I told him I would be up for another 30 minutes. He reached me in the following morning and asking me if I was totally fine. Assumed that I would be sick since I went to bed at 9:30 p.m. Later, I explained it to him that having 2 children, 9:30 p.m. was my often normal bedtime. Nowadays, Mark experiencing parenthood, but I don't think he yet has a bedtime of 9:30 p.m. and maybe one day he will. Zuckerberg confessed enough rest is very crucial, but he don't fall asleep that early. Rather than Zuckerberg, there are few very individuals in the world who can say they had an impact on social media. Even fewer of these has started it from their dorm room. Mark Zuckerberg isn't most individuals though. Zuckerberg and 4 of his classmates launched Facebook on February 4, 2004 from their dorm room at Harvard University. Until now, it's been 15 years and Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company. In spite of many scandals, setbacks and dropout, Zuckerberg has remained as the CEO of Facebook, which also has made him one of the wealthiest individuals on this planet, and he is now worth more than $100 billion. Not bad for a kid from White Plains, New York. What I really like is the fact that despite being the CEO of one of the largest companies in the world, Zuckerberg is still very much a family man, from somebody who believes that family is everything. This is a habit of his that we very much admire. It's also important to start your day off doing what's important to you. While Zuckerberg does Facebook check, he also makes sure to incorporate some exercise and family time into his daily life. No matter how successful you are in your life, it's always a good idea to start your day off what's the most important to you. And that's something that Zuckerberg does very well. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out more videos on our channel. And thanks for watching.